Good afternoon, good morning I guess. Many of you are reading this now. Just thought I'd give you a quick update of some things we have happening. I wanted to be current. We didn't have a staff meeting this morning due to some other things. We got about 4 folks out, plus we've got our ACT which took another 3 out, and some of those are key individuals, and we take out a couple that have morning class, so we're pretty thin. We're pretty thin on subs for our pairs. Most of the day I won't be in my office. I'll be helping out. I'll try to be out and about. I will make rounds first period. A few of the items we want to discuss are summer school. Summer school, we're probably going to have to have a campaign to fill it if we need to. I'm going to put some stuff in registration. I'm going to talk to our juniors, hopefully, talking to about the ACT and that sort of thing. They'll be taking that on Tuesday. And that'll involve quite a few of us, but we will get that out to them, try to get the dates. We know the dates, I should say. Try to see what the class offerings are, see if we can drum up some support for those. The minimum is 8 students, but we'll try to do that. Also, the dates for our committees. We have our 3 big committees. I want those committees to meet again. They all kind of had one project or one area. The cleanup week has gone on. It's going to be a 2-week project. Mrs. Jurdy has picked up the ball on that. But one of the things with that is we want to get our committees together at least a couple more times before the year's wrap up, and there's just some things we should do for each of those. Delegate some things as we push into the summer and see if we can make some progress on some of those things. The other one, our senior ideas. Some of our seniors have made good progress on their community service, some have not. Those, if you have ideas, you can tell the students, but kick them to me if you have something for them to do that we need. There's a few that haven't, and I'd like to wrap that up as we get towards year's end here. Also, a Saturday school. We'll try to make up some time, either a Saturday or an evening, with some of our kids who owe us time. I'm not a big fan of this. However, I think it sends the wrong message. Some may ask why I'm not a fan. Our students think that, well, seat time is the same as being there. I don't think it is. I think we give up some learning. But with that, be very careful on those no credits. If a student can pass your class being gone 10 on basically 10 times, I don't know that that's giving us the academic rigor that we need. I have to question that. So take that for what it's worth. There's also a question on prom decorating. I don't know what we've done in the past. I don't know, do we give up several amounts of time each day? Do we give up, which of course would tie up probably an area. Do we give up 1 day for it, 2 days? I don't know. I'm open for suggestions. In rounds, I'll ask you, please give me your input on that. I don't know which direction we're going. I see valid points on both sides of this issue, but I'm going to need your help on this one. I really am. So please work with me. Also, scheduling for tests. We're going to go with the schedule that came from Poly. If you look, it has 3 7th grade sections. That's the testing format we're going to use. Also, speaking of testing, start to think about our finals. We had a big, not a big to-do, but we had some discrepancies in our finals. Some students, or some teachers rather, give their students the final in the hour they take it. Some do it by the whole class. I would like us to all be the same. I don't care which way we do it. I would like it to be the same. So that means if you give a big long final and you're worried that students will talk periods from 1, 2, and 3, my answer to that is give period 1 the odds, period 2 the evens, period 3, take your pick, but be creative. You can do that and not give up the integrity of your exam. The other piece that I want you to know also is if we do it the other way, that's okay too, but then we don't really need our finals time. We can't do both, and I want us to all be the same. I'd like to not do both, rather, because I don't think that's a good precedent for everyone. So with that in mind, if we went by periods, everyone would be equal. It would be better. There is going to be some heartache involved, and I do apologize. Also, I apologize for doing a webcast and putting you people on YouTube, putting myself there. I wanted to get out the information. I didn't want to do it any other way. We got to start pushing ahead. I don't plan on doing a lot of them because I do like to see you individually and actually, face to face, eye to eye. If you have issues, you want to kick them to me, that is fine. I am all about that. It takes all of us to run a great school. We have a great school, and for all of us to do our best, we have to communicate. Getting a few calls on certain things that have happened in the school, just people questioning what we're going to do on days out, that sort of thing. Not a lot of difference. We're going to keep plugging ahead. Even if our students start to miss a lot, they haven't missed a long amount now because we've been snowed in so long. So I think we've actually had a pretty good quarter of learning. And be that as it may, we do have a lot of school left. After the ACT, I intend to have the juniors go back to class. I also intend to have the classes be shortened on Friday and try to get them all in. I know that isn't perfect, but I do think if a teacher has them at least a little bit, they can touch base on and maybe give an assignment heading into the weekend. I also think it's critical for some of our younger students to have that 8th hour piece in there to do some homework, touch base with those teachers as well. Also, let's all be the same on our hats, our backpacks. Also, make sure they're signing out and they're where they're supposed to be. We've got a lot of students in the hallways. I don't think they all have passes. Clean that up ourselves, right? We can't point fingers at each other. We're going to have to go ahead and clean it up ourselves. So with that, have a great day. There's a webinar for those of you on the reading project. I believe we have Michelle and Jamie and Denise. That's on Wednesday. And then those of you on the school improvement that we're going to Bismarck, that webinar is going to be 7th hour on Thursday, I think. I'm going to have to find subs, which are at a premium right now. We currently are going to have to cover Mrs. Aylander's class Thursday from within. Some of us are going to have to do a little bit. I think Nara and myself can cover, but just so you guys are aware, it's really thin. So when we get into the last 2 weeks of school, try not to be gone your hardest. I understand if you get sick, but if you have an appointment in that last week of school, it probably could wait to go into the summer. I know that's on your time, but it saves the district money, and it's critical for our students. It really is. It's crunch time for learning. As we go forward into testing, our Common Core, everyone who is language arts and math will get a Common Core on our In-Service Friday. That's what it'll touch on. I'm looking at where we are at. If you have flip books, bring them. Basically what I'm looking at is what do we teach now, what will we have to teach different, and do we need another workshop to plan for that. The rest of you are going to be with Mrs. Jurdy in a basically a very basic tech class that she'll put on. I know it'll be excellent. I'm really excited. I wish I could go to that one as well, but hopefully she'll give me one of the packets and things will work out. But I do think that'll be beneficial too, and the kids are going to be out early on a Friday. Should be a great weekend. The weather's going to be great. Spend some time with your families and enjoy yourselves. I'll kick out Friday Follies also, but I will see most of us if we need to have a staff meeting. There's too many questions regarding some of the things I put out here. We'll meet on Thursday then, but right now doesn't look like we'll be able to. I also want to try to get us using some technology. And I like my iPad. I really wanted to wear my Gorilla mask, but I didn't get a chance to. So take care and have a great day. Thank you.